The Avocado Industry Council is aiming to triple productivity and quadruple sales by 2023. Reaching that ambitious target will mean overcoming some existing challenges. Jen Schooler, Chief Executive of New Zealand Avocado, explains how that will be achieved.
If you look at our industry now, and certainly over the last 2 or 3 years, we're in a very good place. We had a very positive year in 2013-14. We had a good growing season, the quality of the fruit was good. We matched demand and supply very well, marketing 101, and the Australian market in particular, demand was very strong, but we made sure our supply there was well planned. There was reasonably low volumes out of Western Australia, meaning that our supply window was very good. New Zealand market went very well. We did some more activity in that market. So certainly it gave us a boost to say we're doing the right thing. And during that 13-14 year, we got 2 big funding programs. We got an MB bid through Plant and Food Research, and we got our Primary Growth Partnership off the ground. Primary Growth Partnership, a real coup for us. It's a cross-industry bid, so we have fronted it as New Zealand Avocado, but we're doing it with our processors, packers, growers, exporters, New Zealand marketers. Australia is the crown jewel. It's a fantastic market for us. We have developed that over probably 15 years, really built that market up to a market where consumers demand and expect and get ready-to-eat avocados. So they can go to the store and choose often between eat tonight or eat in 2 or 3 days or eat in 5 days. And that's what consumers have driven, and retailers know, and our research shows that consumers rebuy more often, repurchase more often if they can get ready to eat by tonight. One of our challenges with our Primary Growth Partnership was saying we've got a real reliance on one export market, and with increasing productivity, we need some other markets. And the Asian markets are certainly where we see real opportunity. We know we've got irregular bearing in avocados. It's a global issue. Probably there might be 7, 8 or 10 different factors that are currently limiting production or causing that inconsistency, and we need the whole package, looking at that whole holistic approach to say, how can we really work on our productivity?
I mean, these two trees are touching each other.
Yeah.
How would you deal with that? One is the height, but then how would you deal with the space?
Avocados are a very primitive crop to compare to apples or other crops that have had hundreds of years of research. The contribution of the PGP program to our R&D program is important because of 2 main aspects. One, because it is allowing us to address 3 fundamental issues or factors that we need to understand in order to increase the productivity of our orchards. And the other thing is that it is also helping us to develop a network of growers and rural professionals that are allowing us to do much more than what we could be doing ourselves. These are avocado flowers that we have just pruned from this tree. One of the management tools that we have in avocados is flower pruning. If a tree does not have any fruit one year and has rested through that year, the year after is going to produce a lot of fruit, an excessive amount of fruits. And that has the potential that will exhaust the tree for the year after and so perpetuate that cycle. So by eliminating a significant amount or percentage of those flowers from the tree, we can help the tree to regulate itself so that it doesn't set such an excessive crop the year after. Only recently, in the last 10 years more or less, growers are taking on board structural pruning as something they have to do. These days, we are trying to determine which is the optimal size of the tree and the optimal shape of the tree, and what's more difficult, how to keep it to that size. So structural pruning has several roles to play in our industry. With the 2 programs that we have, the MBIE and the PGP, and the work that we do ourselves, we're looking at irrigation, we're looking at plant growth regulators, we're looking at pruning again, we're looking at different aspects of pruning. We're looking at super intensive plantings. We're also looking at tree decline, tree health. That's a very important factor that is influencing productivity in different areas. One of the other factors that we're looking at in terms of how they impact productivity is the ambient temperature during fruit set. So through a network of sensors that we're putting in different orchards, we're finding when the threshold temperatures that we think could be damaging these flowers are reached. And we go to these orchards and we scout for flowers that have opened during that period and then follow their life cycle to see whether they're viable or not. I'm downloading soil moisture information from the setup that we have here, where we have a data logger, 4 soil moisture sensors at different depths. And we have the setup in 2 parts of the orchard, one where the healthy trees are, and then we have another setup at the bottom of the orchard where the unhealthy trees are. We want to see what the differences are between the soil moisture regimes in the soil of healthy trees and unhealthy trees, because there seems to be quite a strong relationship between the lack of air in the trees that are at the bottom and their lack of health. And we want to find out whether that is the case.
The vision is to treble our productivity and quadruple our sales. Most importantly for us to achieve that aspirational vision is for us to all work together. I lead a team of 12 and we can influence and we can suggest and we can put business cases up, but we can't do what growers need to do on the orchard. So we can't be there. We can provide best practice. We can tech transfer and say this is what's happening. We can say this is an orchard that is what you need to be looking to do, but the growers need to do it. Likewise, if we want efficiencies in the supply chain, those need to be undertaken by the packers. If we want to develop new markets, we can provide support for our exporters, but it's our exporters in the markets. They're making the relationships. They're the ones marketing our avocados from New Zealand. So it's really all of us playing our part and understanding what our part is and taking accountability.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.